right, hello everyone, this is Kale and welcome back to Total Chaos. Today, someone slipped me another cinematic gem. 18 minutes of what they're calling jungle survival. They say it's a deep story about connecting with nature. Personally, I think it looks like National Geographic if the cameraman was drunk. But hey, let's see how deep we're going to get. We open on the jungle, thunder, rain, lightning, the full dramatic starter pack. You'd think Thor himself is filming his holiday vlog. The sky is basically screaming at us, and in the middle of it all, there's a woman trying to climb over a giant mossy log. Very slowly, very painfully. She looks like me on a Monday morning trying to reach the coffee machine before my boss starts a Zoom call. Except she's in wet leather. I mean, who goes into the jungle dressed like a biker from Mad Max? No wonder she's struggling. I'd file this under Poor Life Choices Volume 1. Cut to inside a cave. Our heroine is soaked, shivering, and sitting on what looks like a soggy IKEA rug. She's giving off strong, my life is a disaster energy. And then we pan over and oh, look who's here, a gorilla. Of course. Because what is a jungle drama without one random gorilla hanging around like he's waiting for his Uber? He's standing at the entrance, staring out at the storm with the face of a man whose vacation just got canceled and who knows he'll be stuck at the airport eating $18 sandwiches for the next 12 hours. But apparently this gorilla isn't just a thinker, he's a doer. He steps out into the pouring rain like, fine, I'll handle it, and immediately gets ambushed by 2 wild boars. 2 of them, just standing there like they own the block. What is this, a jungle street gang? Yo, nice bananas, hand 'em over? Honestly, they look like they're about to start rapping a diss track. But no, the gorilla doesn't fight, he negotiates. Next thing we know, he's walking back into the cave with a baby pig riding on his back like it's piggyback Uber XL. And here's the kicker, he's cooking with it. He's literally cooking. Forget Gordon Ramsay, this gorilla just opened a Michelin-starred cave restaurant. My neighbor once brought home a stray cat and his wife kicked both of them out. This woman, she gets a personal chef, emotional support gorilla, and home security system, all in one. Honestly, where do you even buy one of these? Amazon Prime? Time passes and suddenly they're a couple, hand in hand, walking through the jungle like it's date night. The birds are chirping, sun is shining, it's adorable. But apparently stability is boring because she immediately spots a giant white egg, grabs it, and bolts. Just gone. No hesitation. Who does that? My ex once left me saying she'd be right back with bread, but at least she didn't steal a dinosaur egg on the way out. That's commitment. And of course, our responsible gorilla boyfriend has to chase after her, probably thinking, why is she like this? Honestly, he deserves better. She's out here making side quests in a survival movie, and he's just trying to keep the family together. Then, plot twist. Out of nowhere, she's suddenly in war paint, feathers in her hair, holding a spear. Did she raid a spirit Halloween in the middle of the jungle? And there he is, the gorilla, roaring his heart out. Between them, a giant snake. A huge coiled monstrosity straight out of my nightmares and probably a bad 90s CGI movie. And what do? Fight? No, they adopt it. Next scene, they're just strolling along like one big happy, dysfunctional family. Gorilla carrying the snake like a luxury scarf, she's cradling her precious egg like it's an iPhone 15, and everyone's pretending this is normal. At this point, I'm convinced the jungle needs child protective services. Someone called Tarzan because this situation is getting out of control. The gorilla is casually walking through the jungle now, and I swear he looks like he's on a catwalk. Draped over his shoulder is a giant snake, like it's the latest piece from the Gucci Jungle collection. Forget survival, this is straight-up Fashion Week. The snake's hanging there limp, giving strong, I did not agree to be an accessory vibes, and the woman is beside him cradling that oversized white egg like she just won Wimbledon. Together they look less like survivalists and more like the world's weirdest family on their way to PTA night. Mom with the egg, dad with the scarf, and both of them pretending this is perfectly normal. But then, back in the cave, we see her just standing by this suspiciously large pile of green leaves. The gorilla is poking around in them like he's Marie Kondo with fur. Like, does this leaf spark joy? No, out it goes. Honestly, the vibe isn't raw survival anymore. It's Airbnb rental that didn't mention a gorilla roommate in the listing. And then, out of the mist, oh boy, here comes trouble. A massive reptilian monster with glowing yellow eyes stomps into frame. Not Godzilla, no, that would have been too classy. This is his awkward off-brand cousin. He emerges like he took a wrong turn on the way to Jurassic Park and just decided to wreck this movie instead. The camera lingers on his foot, smashing into muddy water. Thank you, director, I really needed to know this lizard moisturizes. In the distance, fires, whole village burning, casual genocide in the background, no big deal. Cut to chaos, huts are collapsing, flames everywhere, villagers scattering, and suddenly our heroine is running for her life. Except she's wearing a brand new outfit, fur coat included. Did she stop for a quick shopping spree while the monster destroyed her neighborhood? Excuse me, do you have this in leopard print, size small? Thanks. The village is on fire, but priorities. And then in pure slapstick glory, she slips on a wet rock and face plants like she's auditioning for America's Funniest Home Videos Jungle Edition. It's the most dramatic pratfall I've seen since my uncle tried roller skates at age 50. 10 out of 10, no notes. Next thing you know, she's back in the cave, because of course she is. But now she's in leopard print. Yes, of course, every apocalypse calls for a wardrobe change. She's sitting dramatically by the fire, trying to look reflective, but all I'm thinking is, who the hell packed her closet? Meanwhile, our gorilla bae strolls in with the most unexpected gift of the century, a tiny white rabbit. Just plucks it out of the jungle and hands it over like, here babe, thought you'd like a snack, /pet/demon vessel. She stares at it, her eyes suddenly glow yellow, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh no, she's either possessed or allergic. I once ate expired yogurt and my stomach glowed like Chernobyl. But this is a whole new level. Did she eat its soul? Did she just unlock jungle superpowers? Or is this movie literally about food allergies? She nibbles some meat on a stick by the fire, stares at a leaf with cosmic intensity like it's the meaning of life, and honestly, I've never seen someone eat and look spiritual at the same time. At this point, I don't know if she's communing with nature, becoming one with the jungle, or just realizing she really should have stuck to salad. And now we're treated to the most profound moment yet. She picks up a giant green leaf, holds it like she just discovered the Holy Grail, and stares into it as if it contains the entire philosophy of life. Forget books, forget mentors, just grab a leaf, boom, instant enlightenment. Meanwhile, the gorilla sits nearby like, I brought you a rabbit, cooked for you, carried snakes like handbags, and now you're ignoring me for a leaf. Fantastic. Cut to the classic perfect life montage, and honestly, I want to vomit. She's lounging by the fire looking like a jungle influencer doing a brand deal for fur rugs, the moonlight pouring in all dramatic. Then she's splashing around in a waterfall, laughing, with birds circling her like she's in a Disney movie. Where did these birds even come from? Did production hire them? Is this a package deal? One gorilla, one snake, one egg, and a bird rental service. The gorilla is fully committed to his role as boyfriend/butler. He's climbing trees to pick apples for her like it's the Garden of Eden reboot nobody asked for. He hands her a shiny red one, and she acts surprised, as if he just invented the concept of apple. Congratulations, you discovered apple. Humanity can move forward now. And just when I thought this montage couldn't get any cheesier, they suddenly have neighbors. Yes, an entire group of random jungle people just materialize out of nowhere. Men with spears, kids running around. What, was there a homeowners association in this rainforest? Excuse me, your gorilla is blocking our communal path. But no, everyone's chill. They all sit around a fire together, roasting meat, and the gorilla is just casually hanging out like one of the guys. This enormous fur-covered beast is blending in better than I do at family dinners. Everyone else has spears and loincloths, and he's just like, yeah, I pay taxes too. It's touching, it's sweet, and it's so nauseatingly wholesome I half expected them to break into a campfire song. But of course paradise doesn't last because our heroine suddenly reverts back to her old outfit and old habits. One minute she's playing Jungle Barbie in leopard print, the next she's lying face down on a beach like she just rage quit her own movie. Then she's stomping through the forest alone, running like she's late for an audition in Survivor Divorce Edition. And who does she bump into? You guessed it, the gorilla and the snake, round 2. It's like Groundhog Day but with more humidity and reptiles. They fight again. She cries again. She offers him meat again. And he lies down next to her again. This isn't romance. This is a broken DVD menu stuck on repeat. And then suddenly, boom, Domestic Bliss 2.0. She's washing laundry in the river while the gorilla hauls logs like a very hairy construction worker. He's holding sticks, she's splashing water. It's basically a prehistoric sitcom. Next scene, they're grilling fish on a spit, and she's smiling like she just discovered fire again. Then there's hugging in a leafy shelter, the whole tender close-up moment. I don't know if this is supposed to be beautiful or if I'm watching the weirdest IKEA ad ever. Couples who live in harmony, brought to you by fur mats and fire pits. And then, plot escalation, she's pregnant. Of course she is, because if you don't know how to end a confusing jungle drama, just throw in a baby bump. Works every time. Now she's arranging leaves in a sunny field like she's prepping a Pinterest board while the gorilla sits by the campfire, dad mode unlocked. They're eating under the stars, gazing at the sky like it's a Hallmark commercial. She's strolling through the jungle with a woven basket, and at one point we see her with a glowing, ghostly gorilla image behind her, like even the movie itself isn't sure if this is real or just pregnancy hormones. She's foraging mushrooms, he's washing fish in the river. They're basically running a 5-star family Airbnb at this point. She's cooking dinner, he's supervising like Gordon Ramsay, and then they're snuggling in a meadow of flowers at sunset. Yes, an actual field of flowers. I half expected a unicorn to trot by and sprinkle glitter over the baby basket. It's so syrupy sweet, I'm 99% sure my dentist is going to call me after this scene. And just when you thought this jungle soap opera was finally calming down, bam! Out of nowhere, a man stumbles onto the screen. He's covered in blood, dressed like a rejected extra from Rambo, and he's just standing there staring into the rain like, what season of television did I just walk into? Who is he? Where did he come from? Did he get lost on his way back from the Army? Is this her ex-boyfriend? Because honestly, if this dude's been crawling through the jungle for months only to find out his girlfriend left him for a gorilla, I would also look that distressed. But no time for answers because suddenly our gorilla boyfriend has doubled in size. I don't mean he looks a little bigger on camera. No, he's straight up King Kong now. Did he eat a radioactive banana? Did he subscribe to Gorilla Creatine Monthly? He's towering in the river, beating his chest while the bloody soldier is just staring like, this is above my pay grade. And then, because the writers clearly threw darts at a wall of random animals, an enormous octopus appears in the river, in the middle of the jungle, tentacles whipping around like this just turned into a Japanese fever dream. And our gorilla? He doesn't hesitate for a second. He dives straight into battle, wrestling this monster like it's Tuesday night at WWE Jungle Slam. The octopus is wrapping him up, tentacles squeezing, water splashing. The soldier is still just gawking, and I'm sitting here wondering, how did we get from girl slips on wet rocks to gorilla versus kraken? It gets worse, or better depending on your taste. The gorilla literally bites into a tentacle. He chomps down like it's spaghetti bolognese at Olive Garden, chewing, ripping, swallowing. There were close-ups, yes, close-ups of him slurping tentacles like he's auditioning for a mukbang channel. The octopus is flailing, the soldier is traumatized, and the woman? Nowhere to be seen. She probably tapped out 20 minutes ago, and honestly, I don't blame her. By the end, the gorilla is standing victorious in the river, mouthful of calamari, roaring into the sky as if to say, this is my franchise now. And I just sit there, broken. What did I just watch? A love story? A cooking tutorial? A nature documentary directed by someone on 6 different hallucinogenics? I have no idea. But I do know one thing. It was loud, it was chaotic, it was completely unhinged. And if you understood the deeper meaning behind all this, please, for the love of sanity, explain it in the comments, because I sure can't. This was Kale for Total Chaos. I'm going to go stare at a wall for a while and try to scrub the image of a gorilla eating squid spaghetti out of my brain. See you next time, if I survive the nightmares.
I'm for you to